Welcome to your magic moon message. This is the peace of dealer of peace here in the flesh. Blah, 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 blah. Moon in Pisces, sun in Leo. The moon is actually on the Reaper, Chronos, right now. Oh, that makes sense of the synchronicity I saw earlier. You're transforming your belief around how you should perform and what you're performing. You're actually also harvesting supernatural talents, and with the synchronization process of your body and spirit aligning your inner world and outer world, see how esoteric I sound using these terms? This is having you now position this change of perspective as you are on stage performing for your life opposite Pluto and Aquarius with an audience that seeks to kill you. But you're crazy as fuck because you still went on stage to perform. So you got like a gat or a crossbow or a sword ready to kill anyone who comes on stage trying to kill you. So that's just like the environment. It's not like your grade school theatrical performance. Hey, Jimmy! Yes, you're acting so good. No, this is Pluto and Aquarius. So it's like, fuck you, bitch. And you're performing like, yeah, fuck you too. And it's love. It's not, but it's definitely very intense. I'm just gonna giving you an idea. If you're performing over the next 20 years, and even just the concept of performing from your heart, because everyone has Leo in their chart, yeah, that's the vibe. And speaking of vibe, the moon is in Pisces. So you're understanding the vibe that's being harvested relative to the knowledge of your talents that you are currently harvesting and stepping into. As you can see, I'm here right now. No one told me to shut up, so I feel a certain way. That being said, this is very cool or divine. But the messages that you see shown to you as a reflection of your inner state is a very important facet here with the sun on Chronos right now, because you are revisiting the integrity of your beliefs as you travel on this Noah's Ark ride, in that metaphysical principles, unseen mechanics, you're coming into a deeper understanding of as the moon goes over Saturn and Neptune, to transcend your imaginary faculty and your imagination relative to why you believe what you believe and how you're reflecting that in the performance on stage. Why this is really fucking amazing is this perspective change is going to be applied when the moon goes into Libra, and now the self-concept and understanding of who you feel you are has reflected change that's happening right now. Because what you're experiencing, Demon Slayer stickers on a car. What you're experiencing, see what I mean? Synchronicities. And that's only a synchronicity because I defined that as one. In that, I'm ascribing the meaning to that versus looking for meaning in everything, right? I'm creating that meaning. But yeah, imagine you go on stage after practicing for months, and as you're performing, you're realizing that the talent you're performing with has leveled up so much. And now you're on stage transforming your beliefs around your capability because you are experiencing this transformation of who you were last year versus who you are now, so much more confident in your ability. All right. And so what's going to happen? You're going to be changing your beliefs. And that brings us back to the moon in Virgo, where we were understanding how our psychic powers are activating, which is just crazy as fuck to say. And now you're forming beliefs based off of previous analysis that is being applied on stage while you're fighting for your life through performance artistry, which is somewhat poetic, but in reality, stupid as fuck. That being said, this is also going to have you understand the causality between your beliefs and what you imagine versus what you are experiencing real time. We have to take into account the 270-degree square the moon is making to Jupiter in Gemini that 3 weeks ago, while the moon was in Gemini, expanded your understanding of the evolution of your mindset. Now the completion of this is helping you understand how your beliefs are aligning with integrity to support how your mindset has evolved. Obviously, if the way I think is expanding and I'm thinking smarter, my beliefs are going to reflect that. And that's all going to transform how much more boldly and confidently you express these budding talents, harvesting, you guessed it, on the motherfucking stage. So fully expect more supernatural and paranormal occurrences to occur. However, this is going to also help you understand the intimacy you can bring. My phone overheated because I'm so incredibly sexy. My hotness just heated the phone, and it was totally not the triple-digit degree weather that I was sweating and walking through. Anyway, this intimacy that's going to be, intensified, felt more, is also helping you understand the vibe around who you're performing to, what you're performing to. And now that we kind of got that preliminary math out the way, a few other more math we want to talk about is the sextile to Uranus and Taurus, that in feeling this vibe, and once again, feeling the unseen metaphysical principles represented by Pisces, that Saturn is giving you a total understanding of how to form beliefs that have integrity relative to what you can't see. The receptivity to Uranus in tangible Taurus is allowing you to feel how what you don't see unconventionally aligns with what you sense physically, and it's tangible. This isn't anything you're going to think about, okay? It's all going to be unconscious, it's all going to be auto nervous, and this will add a smoothness to your experience of how unseen principles are communicating and co-creating with you. Similar to how before I recorded this, I was walking down the street, and I happened to be walking at just the right time that when I was thinking about something and saying something, I looked to my right and I saw it on the truck. This is happening to everybody. It's called synchronization, and these are like unseen. There's no way you can explain physically how I was at the right place at the right time, because we are not just physical. So there's an physical, immaterial aspect of myself that represents 99+% of myself, because you are less than 1% physical. You see less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum as well, that doesn't control you. You are it. And this is having you apply this deeper understanding now that we're integrating socially. And like mentioned before, with the square to Gemini, it's going to change our mindset to reinforce strengthened beliefs. That being said, with Mercury getting ready to inch into Virgo and retrograding, this is going to allow us to analyze critical details of how we are beginning to change our behaviors that were once beliefs in March, which will become habits in less than a month from now. Other than that, have as much fun as possible. The We Ride at Dawn transit is quite literally in a day and a half. So once the moon goes into Aries, we're going to take this transformative perspective of how much more talented we are. And we're going to apply that, and that's going to give us an ascended understanding. Well, that's moon in Sagittarius. It's going to give us an original, raw understanding, ascended 240 degrees in Aries of who we are. I'm going to say that again. This transformative understanding of the vibe of how we're performing and how our beliefs are changing because we're realizing we're more talented is going to apply itself in an original understanding of who we are on stage, feeling that fire and feeling so much more invigorated because now we're anchoring the identity of what will fuel what we're expressing to other people who we are. That being said, like I mentioned before, paranormal activity, supernatural synchronization, and a whole host of unexplainable phenomena that if you rack your brain too hard trying to figure it out will make you more confused and desperate, as opposed to going with the flow like a dead fish that's going with the stream and allowing your own self to guide you through this process. Please remember that many people are broken. Many people are putting on this front like they're cool when they're not. And so they're going to keep projecting their bitterness and their hatred, especially to people like me and you who we're secure with it. We've dealt with those shadows. We enter negative spaces with joy, chill, peaceful. It's going to be like flies to a flame. Certain people don't like to see you happy. And that's not a rational process. It's not like in their brain, they're like, oh, I don't like that this person's happy. No, they're going to throw shade. They're going to hate because they're stupid little weak bitches on the inside. You thought I was going to be compassionate? Fuck them bitches. They're stupid little bitches. And this is where you have to actually stand your ground. And you don't have to go back and forth. You don't have to respond. You just have to maintain that vibe. That's it. Allow people to say, the whole phenomenon of people saying things and thinking that they ate with that, but they didn't, is only going to increase. So like, enjoy that. That's a performance. I don't know why they play with themselves like that. Weird flex, but okay. But know that that's all happening just because you're standing in who you are. And insecure people need someone to feel better than. It is what it is. Thank God we're secure. We know who we are. We understand who we are. We're performing who we are. And whoever wants to love that or hate that, let them. And I'm not saying that to be pseudo-motivational. I'm saying that because the purpose of this perspective switch is to stay focused on what matters and what has integrity. That 8th house Pisces angle is going to have you sense beyond the physical that will help you feel non-linearly. So you're not going to be analyzing like I saw this and that. You're just going to kind of get an understanding of why certain people are behaving the way they are. What is the root cause and intention behind the beliefs that are causing people that you deal with, for better or worse, to, interact with you the way that they are. And when you remember that most people inside haven't necessarily resolved what they don't like about themselves, so they have to take it out on other people, it helps you take things so much less personally, especially with Pluto opposite Leo, which will make a lot of things personal, which will have you intensify the harvest of supernatural abilities, but also tap into you getting vibrationally jumped, or at least it feeling like that. None of which makes you a victim, but just establishes your position as a threat, because you out here for real. Okay, so yeah, I hope you enjoy this transit. The transformation of cutting the fat of what beliefs no longer align with you is what's going to have you ascend and glow up over the next 2 days. It's going to be so fucking badass. It's going to be so badass. But just get through the shady ass 8th house Pisces transit. Shout out to Pisces. I'm not calling you shady Pisces. You're beyond all that. But like, what's up, please spare me, Pisces, spare me. I'm not Pisces shady, but it is going to be very shady. And a lot of what's attributed to the shadiness is, once again, Neptune kind of revealing tells in people. It's going to be the most random thing. But it's like, do you know I can see you? It's this whole theme of they don't know that you know. So whether you want to play your hand or keep your poker face on, it's really going to give you invaluable insight into who you're dealing with over this period. Who claps when you win? Who doesn't when you win? You know what I'm saying? Who's talking? Who's doing what with who? So yeah, be mindful of that. And the last thing I want to say is, given that this is harvesting supernatural talents, this is where the insight you're gaining on the nature of these abilities and talents, on top of making themselves known and thus changing your beliefs because you're experiencing the utilization of it, is going to have you move forward very powerfully as you're going to get to step in. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I'm done being weird. I'm going to keep being weird after I put this off. But, I'm going to be done being weird for this. You guys stay blessed as always. And until next time.